Hey, what's going on to all of you wonderful and amazing people? First and foremost, I want to apologize for the mishap that happened on yesterday. For some odd reason, okay, it was literally drizzling outside and my lights cut off and they were off for almost an hour. They said that they were going to be off until like 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, but they ended up coming back on like 45 minutes to an hour later. So I do want to apologize for that. And I low-key was kind of upset because, girl, we were just getting into the flow of things and I didn't want to have to edit all this stuff together and all of that, which is what I was going to do in the beginning. But I have decided against that. So pretty much I'm just going to be pretty much going through everything that we discussed on last night, for those of you who were in there, and also for those of you who were planning on watching it on the playback, way back, bitch. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and go back through everything that we discussed on last night, because there was a lot of topics that I actually did not get a chance to cover before the power abruptly went off. So let's go ahead and get back into the topics of conversation. The first thing that we discussed was Donald Trump. I was pretty much basically asking everybody, did they hear about the allegations that have been brought forth against Donald Trump? Well, for those of you that don't know, because the media has not touched this shit, and that's one thing that I am low-key kind of like side-eyeing for real, and we already know. I don't even have to say the shit. You're going to already know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say it's peculiar to me that one case is more in the public eye than the other case. Okay. Well, there has been an allegation, a young girl, well, she's not a young girl anymore. There's a young lady who is accusing Donald Trump of sexually abusing her when she was 13 years old, basically saying that Donald Trump and one of his good girlfriends, okay, Mr. Epstein, whatever the fuck his name is, this girl is basically saying that Donald Trump basically took advantage of her when she was 13 years old. Apparently, this girl is apparently a person who was trying to become some type of model. I'm not 1,000% sure, but apparently Donald Trump, this is the accusation that she's making. She's basically saying that Donald Trump and this man basically used her as a sex slave. But the thing that's very peculiar to me about this entire story, and I am going to read it to you guys. So for those of you that were in the live show last night, I am going to apologize because I'm going to have to go through this stuff again. And I want to shout out to y'all because you guys were telling me, girl, you don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to get this live show thing a little bit of it's going to be a better setup, and I'm going to have a set schedule very, very soon, and it's going to be certain days where we talk about certain topics, and I'm also going to have live callers that are going to be calling in. So hopefully you guys are excited about that and are willing to participate in that. Okay. But let me read you what this said. It says, an anonymous Jane Doe alleges that Trump raped her in 1994 while she was being held as a sex slave in an apartment belonging to Jeffrey Epstein, which is, like I said, one of Donald Trump's good girlfriends, a well-known American financier and convicted sex offender. So whoever this Epstein dude is, apparently he is a convicted sex offender, okay? He is a man who Donald Trump is known to have a relationship with, and whom Donald Trump once described as a terrific guy who likes beautiful women as much as I do. And many of them are on the younger side, okay? The woman claims that Trump initiated sexual contact with her on 4 occasions while she was 13, according to her victim statement. She described the 4th as a savage sexual attack after he threatened her, and he threatened basically saying that her family would be physically harmed and or killed, I guess, if she spoke out about this situation. Now, what's even more crazy about this whole story is the fact that there is an eyewitness, this girl who they're calling Tiffany Doe. Now, the thing that's peculiar to me about this Tiffany Doe chick is the fact that she claimed that she worked for Epstein, okay? She worked as a party planner for him from the years 1991 to 2000. And she says as part of her job, she was supposed to get attractive adolescent women to attend these parties. And this is what she said in her report. She said, I personally witnessed the plaintiff being forced to perform various sexual acts with Donald Trump and Mr. Epstein. Both Mr. Trump and Mr. Epstein were advised that she was only 13 years old. I personally witnessed 4 sexual encounters that the plaintiff was forced to have sex with Mr. Trump during this period, including the 4th of these encounters where Mr. Trump forcibly raped her despite her pleas to stop. So, ma'am, Miss Tiffany Doe, like I said, I'm not discrediting these allegations at all, because whether or not you have people who are coming forth after 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it doesn't matter. If he did these things, he needs to be punished for them. The same as they did with Bill Cosby, and I'm going to speak on that in a second. But what's fucked up to me is the mere fact that if you actually witnessed Donald Trump and this Mr. Epstein guy, whoever the fuck he is, if you witnessed them sexually assaulting this young lady and she was 13 years old, you yourself had to be of age if you were working for them as a party planner. Okay, you definitely had to be of age to the point where you should have known better than to be allowing this stuff to go on. So you yourself should have called the police. So I'm low-key side-eyeing your ass as to why you would allow this to go on. And you said you witnessed this 4 times. So why on fucking earth would you, Miss Tiffany Doe, okay, would you witness this shit and not go to police until now? The victim is a totally different story, but you being a witness to this shit and obviously being a grown person, if you were working as a party planner, okay, because ain't no teenager working as no party planner. So why on earth would you allow this shit to go on without reporting these things to the police? Is unbeknownst to me, and I want somebody to explain it to me. But again, as I said before, the media has not been touching this, okay? The media has not been touching this, and the people have been like, I ain't heard nothing about that. Precisely, but you can definitely Google it. It's all on Google, okay? And the reason why they're not touching this is because I guess Donald Trump, number one, he has came forth and he said that these are pretty much horrendous accusations and that he would never do something like that, and they are politically driven, basically saying that these 2 women are basically saying that he did these things because he is running for president of the United States. But I need us to understand that when Bill Cosby was accused of rape, okay? When Bill Cosby was accused of rape, that shit was all on the news, okay? All on CNN, TMZ, Fox News, on every goddamn news station you could think of when Bill Cosby was accused of the same exact thing. But because it's Donald fucking Trump, okay, we haven't seen it at all. But these are real, actual allegations. They're supposed to be going to court for this stuff. Don't know what's going to come of it, whether or not it's true or whether or not it isn't true is unbeknownst to me. But at the end of the day, why isn't it being talked about? Okay, whether the media thinks it's untrue or whether they think it's true, why isn't it being talked about the same as the Bill Cosby situation? But I'm pretty sure we all know the answer to that question. I don't even have to fucking say it, but it is what the fuck it is on there. But I will definitely be following that story, so you guys should definitely look out for that, because I will be speaking on that more whenever more information comes out about the whole Donald Trump rape case situation. Now, let's talk about Queen Sugar. Okay, I talked about this last night as well. Queen Sugar is a new series that is on the OWN channel. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentle fucking men. I have been getting my life. For those of you who don't know, I sometimes like to wait for a couple of episodes to air. That way I DVR it. That way I can kind of go on a binge watch, because I hate watching a show and it's really, really good and I have to wait a whole nother fucking week for a new episode. But let me just say that Queen Sugar is a fucking amazing. I really don't want to give it away a whole lot. Let me just say, in the beginning, the first episode, you're going to be low-key kind of confused when it comes on, but by the end of the show, you're going to be crying, you're going to be hooked, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be watching. It comes on Wednesdays, I think 9 Central, 10 Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken, but you can definitely look at your local listings or whatever. It comes on the OWN channel on Wednesdays. Definitely check it out if you're one of those people who are really into Black shows and things like that. It's a great show for you to check out. Like I said, if I say the shit is good, the shit is fucking good, because girl, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV, to be completely honest with you, especially not series and things like that. But definitely check out Queen Sugar on the OWN channel. Now, since we're speaking of television shows, let's talk about Blac and Rob, or Rob and China, whatever the fuck their reality television show is named. Some of you may not know this as well. The premiere of Blac China and Rob Kardashian's reality television show aired the day before yesterday. Okay, the day that you're seeing us, or whenever you watch this, it aired a few days ago. Let me just say this right here, right now. I'm one of those people who I'm rooting for Rob and China. Don't get me fucked up. Now, I will say in the beginning, I was kind of like, I think that they kind of got together on some old petty ass shit. And I thought maybe it was I'm sorry, I thought it was Blac China that was basically trying to get back at Kylie Jenner for dating Tyga or Tigga, whatever the fuck his name is. I thought it was one of those petty situations. But during the reality television show, we found out, if you actually watched it, we found out that Rob Kardashian himself said that he had been hitting up Blac China in her DMs for like an entire year before she took the bait. And I guess she took the bait and things just blossomed from there. Now, what I will say that I think is kind of a good thing, a beautiful thing, is the fact that Rob Kardashian said that he was in a very dark place before he met Blac China, and after he met her, he became he was just in a better place. He lost a lot of weight. He wasn't in this dark, depressed state anymore. So I do think that it's a great thing that him and Blac China were able to get together and he was able to come out of his dark place. But what I will say is that their relationship is so fucking immature and fucking petty. It's like they argue over the smallest things. I understand that Blac China is pregnant, but she kick him out of the damn house every other fucking day. I personally don't see the shit being something that blossoms into something that's going to last for fucking ever, to be completely honest with you. They do have a little girl that is coming into this world very, very soon, but it's just, I don't know. I was over that whole fucking show, to be honest with you. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of that shit that they're arguing about, a lot of the shit that they are being extra petty about is probably for views, which, you know, Mona Scott is the queen of fucking petty, and we're going to talk about Mona Scott in a second. So I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of those arguments and all of that kicking them out the house every other day is for, you know, ratings and things like that. Because, and another thing that Rob Kardashian does, and it clearly shows a sign of insecurity, is that anytime he gets upset with Blac China, he goes on his Instagram account and he deletes every single one of his photos. And of course, you got the blogs that they be all over that fucking shit, okay? Like white on fucking rice. He'll delete every single picture on his Instagram account. He'll unfollow Blac China from all of her social medias. And I guess once they get back into a good place, that's when he'll go back and follow her again. It's just, family, it's a whole lot of petty ass shit that's going on with the whole Robin and Blac China situation. But they do have a little girl that is coming into this world. So hopefully they can at least get along for the sake of that. But I really don't see this shit lasting. The show was boring as fuck to me, but I just wanted you guys to know that Rob Kardashian and Blac China's reality television show has been underway for, the season premiere has premiered, but to me, the shit is boring, but you may get your life if you're a Rob Kardashian and a Blac China fan, just saying, okay? Now let's move the fuck on. Since we're on reality television, let's talk about Mona petty ass fucking Scott, okay? Dawn from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You may or may not know Dawn as being the sidekick of Miss Jocelyn Hernandez, okay? She's the person who was apparently Jocelyn's manager. She was the person who was supposed to be, getting all these gigs and shit for Jocelyn and setting up her with all of these big time celebrities to go to these parties and shit like that. Dawn is the one that Stevie J didn't like because she was going to the blogs, telling the blogs that Jocelyn and Stevie J weren't really married. They weren't really a couple, okay? Well, she has recently went down to the courthouse, bitch, and decided that she was going to file for Chapter 13. And she basically told the judge, bitch, look, I only make $800 a week, okay? I'm living off fucking food stamps. I ain't got no goddamn money. I got a 2013 Tahoe. I got a 2012 BMW, Mercedes, whatever the fuck it is, okay? I owe more than I got, okay? I literally got $400 in the damn bank. I ain't got no money. Mona Scott ain't paying me no damn money. But first and foremost, girl, to me, for what you do on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, $800 per week is more than enough. Okay, you literally been in a couple of scenes this entire fucking season. So by you getting $800 a week in royalties, I guess that's what they call them for reality television shows, as they do with regular television shows. But for you to be getting $800 a week in fucking quote unquote royalties, girl, you haven't done anything. What the fuck have you done to get more than $800 a week? You got regular motherfuckers out here that's living off less than $800 a fucking week, okay, boo? So it sounds like to me you may be living a little bit above your fucking means. I ain't saying I'm just goddamn saying. I know we all go through financial difficulties and things like that, but it just makes me gag at the fact that you got these reality television stars who get on TV. We can use KK as a prime example. People who get on these reality television shows and they want to portray this lavish lifestyle. Look at KK. She's about to fucking go to jail for stealing folks' credit cards and shit, carrying her ass down there and buying these expensive ass clothes so she can film these episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to make herself look like she got some fucking coin. And now you're finna go to fucking jail for stealing somebody else's fucking identity so you can go and purchase these lavish ass, these expensive ass fucking clothes. I'm fucking gagging on that shit. But like I said, Dawn, hopefully you don't get caught, your ass don't get caught up and be found out to be a fucking liar. But at the end of the day, I guess we all go through financial difficulties, but folks really do need to quit fake fucking breaking for these television shows and shit, letting Mona make a fool out of their ass, and you got your ass down at the courthouse talking about you living out food stamps and shit. I'm gagging on that whole situation right there. Jocelyn, why ain't you helping your girl out? Okay, you was down at the damn Wells Fargo the last month to help your damn girl out. She around here struggling and shit. I ain't saying, I'm just fucking saying. Since we're speaking of people who are lying about the money that they have in the fucking bank, let's talk about Master P for a second. For those of you that don't know, Master P and his ex-wife, okay, they're still going through this whole divorce proceeding thing. It's a whole lot going on with that whole little situation right there. But Master P is pretty much saying that he broke. He only makes $2,200 and some odd dollars a month. He got $400 in the bank and he only got $25 in his pocket. Pretty much saying that he broke as a joke. And the amount of money that the judge is wanting him to pay his estranged wife, he's saying that he ain't got the shit. Plus he's saying, I got the kids, so she really don't need this type of money. Now you do have people who are saying, and I totally agree with this, okay? Now you do have people who say the like, for instance, these basketball players, they don't understand why the wives of these basketball players should be awarded all of this money simply because they're not the ones out there on the basketball court dribbling the basketball, et cetera, et cetera. But from my understanding, and if I'm wrong, you can chime in down in the comment section. But from my understanding, Master P's estranged wife is a person who actually helped him build his empire. Now, I'm not saying that he should give her half, but motherfucker, give this woman what she do. From my understanding, he's worth over $340 million. And you telling the judge that you only make, okay, $2,220 some fucking dollars a month. You saying that you only got $400 and some dollars in the bank and you only got $25 in your pocket. Bitch, boo, ain't nothing. Okay, I'm pretty sure, which is what a lot of people do. They take the money out of their account and they'll put it in somebody else's shit with somebody else's name on it to make it look like they don't have any coin. Come on, Master P. I mean, like I said, I'm not saying the woman should get half, but damn, I think it's fucked up that somebody can help you build something from the ground up and you pretty much just want to spit in my fucking face. Now, his reasoning is because, number one, he has the kids. Now, he even went as far as to have the kids write a letter to the judge, basically saying that they mama don't need that type of money and she on drugs or whatever. Now, allegedly, his estranged wife took a drug test because Master P was accusing her of being on drugs, and she passed the drug test with flying fucking colors, but he's still trying to fight her in court, saying that he ain't got no damn money. He ain't got no money to give her. He only making $2,000 a month. But the killer part is, okay, you only making $2,000 a month. You only got $400 in your checking account and $25 in your pocket, but you still rolling around in a motherfucking Rolls Royce. That shit, family, please explain that to me. How can you explain to the judge that you only got $400 in the bank? You only make $2,000 a month. Number one, you're living in a mansion, but you driving a fucking Rolls Royce. That don't make no sense. Okay, so somebody lying. I ain't saying, I'm just goddamn saying somebody is fucking lying. But let's move the fuck on. Sierra, let's give a shout out to my girl Sierra. There have been pregnancy rumors that have been going around in regards to Sierra because people have seen her sporting these really, really baggy shirts and things like that. Not only that, she recently recorded a video with some of the former Miss America contestants where she was dancing, and she actually had on, and y'all know that Sierra loves to show off her rock hard abs and shit in her stomach and things like that. In this particular video where she was dancing, and there was a very, very pregnant former Miss America contestant that was also dancing in this music video, but Ciara had on some elastic waist pants that were kind of pulled up on her stomach. And I know that being a woman that we all be bloated and shit from time to time, but those were clearly, in my personal opinion, I may be wrong, this is all alleged, but to me, they appear to be maternity pants. And she was also spotted several times with like those peplum tops on, the ones that hide your stomach. So, like I said, the rumors are swirling that Ciara and Russell Wilson are expecting their very, very first child. Now, Russell Wilson has also gotten on social media and said that we're very blessed right now, and it just seems like the rumors may be true, but again, all of this is alleged. She has not denied or confirmed the pregnancy rumors as of yet, but people are on bump watch for Ciara. So shout out to Ciara. If you are pregnant, congratulations. Happy for you and Russell Wilson. Okay, I know your ex-boo thing probably gonna be pissed off. And bitch, have y'all seen the new, I don't know if it's a music video or a song that he has out where he's basically calling her all kind of bitches and hoes, whatever the fuck he's doing in the lyrics or whatever. I haven't watched or listened to it, so I don't know specifically, but you can definitely check it out. Apparently Future has a new song out where he's dissing the fuck out of Ciara. I don't know. How many other baby mamas do he got? And it seems like to me he's been extra petty when it comes to Ciara. I don't know, but he just needs to move the fuck on. Okay, now let's move on to Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. If y'all have not seen the recent photo that has went viral that they took in I think it was Essence magazine, if I'm not mistaken, it's a photograph of the president and the first lady. Basically, they were standing facing each other, looking into each other's eyes, and people were going crazy because Michelle Obama had a little bit of a bump on her booty, girl. She had a little bit of a bump on her backside, and I'm like, people are like, that picture is Photoshop. Her ass is not that big. I mean, her butt really wasn't that big in the picture. But for those of you who don't know, Michelle Obama works out hardcore. I'm talking about the woman does a gang of squats. She lifts weights, and girl, I wouldn't be surprised if her booty is sitting up like that. But people are mad about the picture, talking about the picture is inappropriate. How in the fuck is a picture of the first lady wearing a dress that's fully covering her body? Okay, damn near loose fitting. It's not tight at all, and it actually is accentuating her curves. How the fuck is that inappropriate? I don't know. It seems like to me people are so used to these fucking politicians, these first ladies, them being so fucking old and just decrepit to the point where they actually have a young first lady who is healthy, a person who works out, who takes pride in her body. It seems like they just intimidated by that fucking shit. I don't know, but I thought the picture was bomb as fuck. And yes, first lady got a little bit back there, but like I said, it ain't no surprise to me because I know that the first lady works out. I don't know if y'all have seen those videos. I'm pretty sure you can Google the shit on YouTube and you can see the videos of the first lady working out. And girl, trust me, she can do more than I can do, and probably more than you can do too. So shout out to you, First Lady Michelle Obama, for girl, just doing your thug thizzle. You are one blessed brother, Mr. Barack Obama. Now, the last topic that I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to be announcing, for those of you that are not following me on Facebook, you definitely need to make sure that you're following me on Facebook, because I will be announcing my the schedule of the times that I will be going live. Like I said, I'm recording this on my old computer. My new computer will be here. It should be here not tomorrow, but the next day, by the end of the day. So hopefully by next week, everything is going to be completely different. My background is probably going to be completely different. Everything is going to be completely different. We're going to be taking live callers. There's a lot that I have in store for this whole little broadcast thing right here. Like I said, I want it to be a mixture of kind of like a radio show mixed with a live talk show, all at the same fucking time. But let's talk about, okay, Dr. fucking Love. Y'all remember that little boy? Okay, y'all, well, I ain't gonna call him a little boy because he's a grown ass, rusty ass fucking man now that he needs to know fucking better, that he can't be doing this fucking shit now. People have been talking shit about him, but let me tell you something. The dude is smart as fuck. To be able to run a practice, okay, to be able to run a practice and actually have people come to him and get medical advice and get actual medical treatment and actually pay this dude with their insurance, and for him to be able to collect insurance money from these people, I mean, the boy is smart. Why he won't just go to medical school, I don't understand the fucking shit. But he has been arrested again, bitch. Okay, again. The dude was just arrested last week on some other shit that he did. Okay, now he was arrested again for going to a car dealership and attempting to purchase a car with a woman, okay, a 76-year-old woman who he was basically telling everybody was his mama. The woman won his damn mama. Y'all, let me read y'all this fucking shit, okay? Let me read y'all this shit. It says, the Florida teenager arrested in February accused of pretending to be a doctor and stealing money from an elderly patient was arrested again Friday at a Virginia car dealership, okay? So he went to a car dealership attempting to purchase originally a $35,000 Jaguar, okay? But when he got there, the Jaguar was already sold. So by the Jaguar already being sold, he was looking at another car, okay? It says workers Googled Love Robinson's name after he completed an online credit application and listed the woman as a co-signer on the credit application. After they learned more about Love Robinson's past, those workers called investigators. It said the employees became more concerned because they felt Love Robinson may be trying to fraudulently obtain the Jaguar and stealing money from the elderly female he claimed to be his mother. The dealership told Mr. Love Robinson that they would call him when his credit application was approved, and he left the dealership. When investigators collected the information they needed, they called Love Robinson back to the dealership and told him his credit application had been approved to purchase the vehicle. When he returned to the dealership, 2 Stanford investigators were there waiting for him. He told the deputies he had come to Virginia from the state of Florida to purchase a car for himself and another for his godmother who was with him. He stated she agreed to co-sign the loan for the Jaguar he was going to purchase. He also admitted that he was out on bond from the state of Florida for practicing medicine without a license. Deputies then spoke to the elderly lady that was with Mr. Love Robinson. She advised that he was a distant relative of hers through her son's wife, etc. A whole lot of, you know, people like, yeah, that's my son's wife, nephew, cousin, brother, okay? And he considered her to be his godmother. But let me tell you the fucking gag, bitch, okay? Let me tell you the fucking gag. Apparently, while this lady and this dude was sitting in the car dealership, they asked the lady for her driver's license, and apparently she turned around and said, for what? Motherfucker, for why? Why you need my damn license? And that's when the guy was like, you know, you down as a co-signer, so we're gonna need to verify your identity. So she was looking like, what, motherfucker, why you need my license? Okay, so she said that she advised she had no intentions on doing so. Deputies then showed her the credit application Mr. Love Robinson had completed that had her information, including her social security number, listed on it. They said her demeanor then changed, and she stated that she had not given permission to him to use her as a co-signer for any loan or any other thing, okay? But that ain't even the fucking extra fucking gag, bitch, okay? This dude apparently, okay, they ran a credit check for this lady. Whoever this 76-year-old lady is, apparently he done did a whole lot of fraudulent ass shit with her identification, okay, including her social security number and amongst other things, okay? So the dealership felt bad for her, so they decided to run a credit check for her. Now, when they ran this credit check, they found that $1,200 had been charged, the day before that he came to this dealership to purchase these cars. The day before, he had charged $1,200 for 2 iPads and a cell phone, okay? Now, this dude, Mr. Love Robinson, okay, he apparently was bragging to the employees of the dealership that about 2 iPads he had recently purchased. So you sitting there in the dealership bragging and shit about fucking iPads you done bought, okay? They were seized along with other items at the time of his arrest. So this fucking, like I said, he's smart as hell. He's very smart, but he has some serious mental issues, like on some for real type shit. And like I said, it's sad because he seems to be a very, very smart young man who could have possibly went to med school and could have possibly made a whole lot of money without doing all this extra ass illegal shit, okay? But took this old woman to the dealership, put this woman down as a co-signer on his application, okay, was telling these people that she was his mother. And I guess after shit started hitting the fan and they said a lot of his stories weren't adding up, he then claimed that the woman was not his mother, but his godmother. But bitch, you didn't put this woman down as a co-signer and she don't know shit about it, okay? Excuse me, Miss Ma'am, can we see your driver's license? For why? What you need to see my license for? And that's when she found out that the motherfucker had to put her down as a co-signer. Not only did he put her down as a co-signer, he also, okay, charged $1,200 in her name, okay, for 2 iPads and a fucking cell phone. Like I said, this dude is smart as hell, but he definitely, they said they gave him a psych evaluation and they didn't determine him to be fucking crazy. I mean, he clearly ain't, you know, mentally insane, but he definitely has a disorder, okay, a serious fucking disorder to be doing this type of shit. And like I said, he's very smart to be able to swindle shit like this, to be able to run fucking insurance claims and get paid for the shit. I'm gagging. And to actually have a medical practice with employees and nobody knew anything. Nobody was the wise. Okay, nobody was the wise. So he's a very, very smart individual. I will say that, to be able to swindle this type of shit and get away with it without, especially being undetected for a while. Okay, being undetected for a while, and he was giving these people real medical advice. That's the scary part. But anyway, family, those are all of the topics that I have for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, I will say I do apologize for those of you who were in my live show last night when it was so abruptly ended by the power shutting off. I do apologize for that. But again, I want you guys to make sure that you follow me on Facebook, because I will be announcing a set schedule. There are going to be certain days where we talk about certain topics. There are going to be other days where we talk about relationship issues and things like that, as well as having live callers that will be calling into the show. So I hope that you guys are excited about it, because I definitely am, because this is something that I find to be very, very enjoyable, and I hope that you guys enjoy it as well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.